Hey guys, it's Clint and Chelle.
Hi, everybody.
She feels like crap again today. She took another muscle relaxer, so she's falling asleep. So, uh, I'm just doing a bowl session. Chelle showed you these right in the video that we got at the thrift store in Monticello, Utah, antique store. Uh, I'll show you what I'm doing right now. I wanted to start because, like I said, she's fixing to go to sleep. So, I meant to show them that one that we have so they know what I'm talking about. It's in the top drawer.
Let me go get it. Let me just get up and go do it.
Appreciate that, my dear. Our best friends, her sister made it. Sister-in-law made this. And you guys know I bake bread a lot. And I use my flour sacks as my proofing blanket, the top of my proofing, sorry. And our best friend gives this to us. So, here, I'll let you show it to him real quick while I get this in a row. Okay.
So, she just did kind of like strips, and then she backed it with a towel.
Yeah, a tea towel.
And a tea towel, and it's just a nice, sturdy, a little bit thick
Yep.
bread cover. So she said it's meant to like dry dishes on.
Oh, yeah.
But it works perfect for like a bread cover.
It does. It's not super heavy.
And I love the colors. They were just bright.
Oh, yeah. It is
bright
so
and cheerful.
Yep. Well, you guys know I'm a farmer. Well, farmer at heart, probably more than. But I love to bake bread. You guys know that. We've done a bread video. And I really like that proofing towel. So I thought, oh, I ought to make my own. And when I saw these two tea towels, she had a few of them. This one struck my eye because you guys know I love old cars, and here's a rooster. I saw the rooster this morning. I never noticed it before, and baskets of apples and everything. And I just love this tea towel. As soon as I saw it, I knew exactly what I was going to do with it. So I am going to make my own proofing towels for my bread. So this fabric, our wonderful friend Sue and hubby in Northeast Colorado, they had given me this fabric, and I just love it. And I thought that is exactly what I want to put on this. I do have some formal fabric, but I thought, oh, I don't know. It's a sturdy, it's a very sturdy fabric. What do they call that? I don't know if it's upholstery fabric, but it's definitely a heavier.
Almost like a
canvas. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So, why I was. Chelle was occupied, and before I started the camera, I was waiting for her to come back. Went ahead and cut me two of these. Unfortunately, I could only get one each out of each. They're a lot longer than I had thought they were. So when I put them out, I was thinking, boy, this is. It'd be perfect for the bread. So it's going to be kind of. Where's my scissors at? They're behind me. But yeah, she's gonna fall asleep. It's snowing here. It's supposed to be snowing until Friday, I believe. I have to work tomorrow, which I'm not really looking forward to that. I really was hoping not to have to work the rest of the week, but I had to work yesterday, as you guys know, and kind of had an emergency. So I was there for quite a while. He had a water leak on his frost-free hydrant.
Yeah, you gotta call him.
Yeah, so it was a mess. He had water lines running all over the place, and it took me a long time because the way I locate him is it's not exactly the fastest way, and it's not 100% accurate, so it does take a little while to get everything figured out. So I think I was there about an hour and a half. Luckily, you know, it wasn't a long drive. It's only about a half an hour the way I drive, so you know, I managed to get them done pretty quick, or got there pretty quick. I left here, I think, right about 7, I think, something like that. I wanted to hurry up and get there and get home. He said he was had the plumber was coming, and so I really just wanted to bust my butt and get over there and get it done and get home. Just let everyone know I got the stupid router for my lathe to make blanks. I really don't feel like making them in the house. I'm so sick of making those things in the house. It's a mess, and I really don't. And it's going to be crappy outside, like I said, until, well, Saturday's supposed to be about 48, which really isn't bad as long as it's not really windy. So I'm planning on just doing those in the house, or outside Saturday. And we're supposed to be in the sets one day. Next Saturday, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. It's supposed to be 65 degrees, and it's not even April yet here. So I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to rest, and I'm not going to fight that stupid lathe and make those blanks. I am going to go ahead, and I still got to get my okay, love you. I still need to get my router. I got it on what I used, the router sits on. I still have to do that to measure how far the blanks, you know, the blanks are a certain width. So I have to go through that and make sure I got everything the right width. And I'm going to do that because it's not messy, it's just adjusting stuff. But I am going to do that today and get that out of my list of stuff to do today. I don't know, I may do another video. I'm not really feeling very good. I'm having leg spasms, so we'll see. I have a few ideas. I really want to make a pieced quilt pattern cover. I haven't done one of those for a while, so I really want to do a springy one. So I'm kind of thinking that's what I'm going to do today. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm not going to push myself today, especially since I have to work tomorrow. Hopefully I won't have but one job tomorrow, but I don't know. It's hard telling. Sometimes they come in spurts. And trying to make sure I get, you know, have the time for it and everything. So, but we'll see. Huh? In the center of what? Oh, she didn't?
Nope, she just put them on there.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and just put a couple. Yeah. Sorry, she's talking about the yeah, she just went around the edges is what she was saying. So I'm doing good. My finger's really not, it's a little sore this morning, but it's not bad. I mean, I've heard a lot worse than that. So luckily, thank God. I know prayers have helped. Prayers and thoughts. So it's getting better. You know, it's going to be a long road, I think, to heal it. Because it is pretty nasty looking. But it is healing. My index finger, where I actually took the skin off, it's healing up. It's already probably half of what it was when it happened. So I'm excited about that it's healing up. It'd be nice. That's actually hurt worse more than the one I actually cut. So, and I had good news. You guys know my honey bunny got into the craft haven, as she calls it, and guess what? That means I got my table back. So I am very excited about having my table. I'm gonna make a thing for my iron, or buy something, I don't know, but I'll probably try to make some. You know, my iron doesn't, it's an antique and it doesn't have a rest. I usually use that cast iron rest, but I only want to use that for, I don't want the cats to get it, and since I'll be in here mainly, I'm just trying to make sure nothing happens with the cats. So I'm going to put a couple dots of glue on this as I'm trying to, I think I'll probably do it this way. Let me lay down my, I love this fabric. I think that fabric is me to a T. I love it. So I haven't washed the tea towels and I'm really not worried about it. Like I said, it's mainly just to help proof my bread. So we have Cortez has its own flour mill. So that's pretty much their cotton flour sacks, you know. And that's just what I've been using, but some of them aren't long enough. And I used this one that our friend gave us, and it worked so well that, you know, I thought I'm just going to buy those because that way I can have my own. And I'll still use that one. It's just because when I bake bread, I usually bake a lot of bread. So I'm going to turn my iron off. I'm really kind of done ironing for now. But what I was saying, I don't want the cats to get burned, of course. And, you know, I'm going to be filming in here, and Chelle will be outside. So, can't really film together because can't talk together because we'll be talking over one another. So, I'm going to do my quilting in here. And this is the basic glue I use. It is water soluble. So I'm thought if I used it, and then of course these will be washed because I'm gonna have flour over it. Wait, did I do that? I did that wrong, didn't I? Oh, some days, guys, some days. Wipe all my glue off my thing. There we go. You guys knew I was doing it wrong. Oh, they probably were. Yeah, but so I thought, well, this one isn't going to be a super long video. I just figured just a bowl and chat. I fed the goats yesterday when I got home. Need to check on the chickens. I found Dutch chickens. They're called Dutch Bantam chickens. I love them. They are the sweetest chickens, and they're very tame. And they've been hard to find. There's a place. I'm not looking. You know, I'm not showing. Ow, dang! I'm not showing them. I'm just. They're pets, and I did find a place, and they come available, I think, towards the end of April. And I'll go ahead and you have to order 30, which is a bummer, but you know, I did talk to, we have a new, it's not a new feed store, but it's a new owner, and they have chickens, so I talked to them about it, and I asked them if they would mind, you know, what they would think if I bought, I'll buy them. I'm not going to have them pay for them. Because you have to buy 30, and I really don't want 30 chickens. At least 30 bags. And they were really... so they would be happy to take them. I told them, I don't want that many. I would like to keep maybe about 10. The thing is with the bannies, they are straight runs, so you don't know if you're going to get a rooster or a hen. So, and we have butchered chickens in the past. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I mean, it hurts. It makes me hurt, and Chelle too, because we have to do it together. And I really don't want to kill the little babies that we don't need. I mean, that happens. Some people do that. I just can't. So if I did it this way, they would be able to be someone to care for them. So I'm excited that they were willing to do that for me. So I'll give them what I have left over. I don't know, like I said, it's kind of a crapshoot. You just never really know how many you're going to have of a male, because they are straight run. That's the only thing that I hate is some bannies, you can tell, but the Dutch bannies are about the size, seriously, of a dove. We had one, and she was a porcelain, and she was a beautiful little girl, but she was seriously the size of a dove, and her name was Dovey. And she was the sweetest little thing. She just was, she was a doll. And I just love, when that happened, that was right after I got sick. We had got those chickens when I got sick with fibromyalgia, and they were my happy place. I'd go out and feed them bread, and I'd sit outside the fence, and then when we got our chicken coop, I fed them inside the chicken coop, sat with them and stuff. So they're very, have a special place in my heart, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, I think it's like the 26th or something like that. And then I have to order some full-size chickens for the eggs. We have some, but our full-size chickens are getting older. They're several years old, so they don't lay as well when they get old. And a lot of times people will butcher them, or when they get past their laying time. But ours are pets, so I don't like. To me, they live out their life. I'm not gonna take kill them or anything. Just let them be, and then they pass away on their own. So I just don't like doing that too much. So that's the plan, guys. I'm very excited. That's the bad thing. When you order, especially when it's a certain during the winter, you can start ordering them around February or March or whatever. But it's so cold, they end up having to ship full-size roosters to help with keeping them warm. And of course, the full-size roosters, you raise them and then you butcher them. So I really don't want to do that. But, I'm excited. I just love my baby chickens. They're just such a joy. But the Dutch, they're just so precious, and they are a very, very neat little chickens. Beautiful. We had one, her name was Itty Bitty Betty. She was so tiny. She was a partridge, so she was multicolored. She had like copper on her, and she was beautiful. And she lived a long time. I'm looking forward to it. Didn't have it quite all the way on this side to the edge, so I need to move it up just a little bit. So there we go. That should be pretty good. I'll go ahead. Gotta change my Pard's over here with me. Pard sleeps behind the TV or whatever, and then all of a sudden he wakes up. You guys know how he is. Oh, ow, sorry. My finger's doing pretty well. It's not too bad right now. I'm just ready to get this taken care of, get it healed up. It's going to be a while, but I'm okay with that now. I was really careful with it and made sure not to hit it, so that was good. Oh, looks like I'm going to have to invest in some more white. This is my last spool of white. Oh, I should bring that down. Oh, had thread come off. Oh. Well, see how I actually only had some thread come off, so hopefully it's okay. Guess I really didn't even need to change colors because, well, you will see it once I border the edges of it. So, but yeah, he was actually sleeping on top of my cabinet. I woke up and started talking. Of course, he does that right when I'm fixing to do a video. But yeah, I've been trying to be pretty careful with my finger. Been bandaging it quite often. Chelle's going to have to, there's a thing for keeping it together, the cut together, you know, like it's a fabric suture kind of thing. And it started coming off, so I'm going to have to fix that probably today or tomorrow, whatever. I gotta run over to Durango, or leave here fairly early in the morning. I don't know if Chelle will go with me. Probably not if she's not feeling very good. Don't think I'm gonna have tons of work. I hope I don't have tons of work. But you know, it is that time. Work's starting to really pick up, so you just never know. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's Wednesday, so yeah, she's still hurting pretty bad, and I didn't have my stuff to make my piece to cover yet, but I really wanted to. I found the pattern. I got a new quilt magazine on my Nook this morning, and it hadn't had the pattern I've been wanting to do. It's not a complicated pattern, but it would be fun to do. So it's so springy. I'm looking forward to it. You know, I love winter. I really enjoy winter. The cold doesn't bother me, but I am kind of getting ready for spring and getting the garden in order so I can start planting, get our cold carrots and our beets and stuff planted now before it gets too hot. And I grow just organic vegetables, heirloom vegetables, so I don't grow hybrid ones or anything. Okay, let's get this party started. So, I'm not going to use my seam guide. There's no sense in it. I will, though, when I get done, once I turn this inside out, I will go ahead and use my seam guide, because I really want it to be. Okay, I think we're ready now to. Artie's talking, or Wilbur's talking. He's quite the little baby, I tell you. Okay, we're off to the races, guys. I gotta turn this just a little bit because you guys really don't get to see much of the sewing. I love this old sewing machine. I just enjoy using it so much. Not too worried about the edge of it. I mean, it's going to be folded inside out, so not really worried about it, but boy, he's talking. That's Wilbur. He's been really lovely today. Bit's been laid on my lap for quite a while. You guys know how he is. It just makes him so sad when I work. There's little Brat. Hi, Wilberdine. No, Wilbur. So yeah, you guys will still see the cats when I do my videos for the most part. Sometimes I'll run them off, especially if I have my iron. I don't want them to get burned or anything. I'll run them off. My iron's actually off. He's a pain in Daddy's tuchus, I tell you. He's such a sweet baby. Sure love him. And he come and laid with me for a little bit, but yeah, he's been really wanting a lot of loving too today. They're so funny, him and I call them the three amigos. So it's Bitty Bear, Artie, and my Wilbur. They're both, all three of them pretty much from, I mean, they love Chelle too, of course, but they're definitely attached to me. So I just call them my three amigos. Bless you. I have a really cute picture of him and Gracie Lynn over here. I think I've shared them. If not, I'll share them on the Facebook page, but they're really adorable. There's a picture of the really bad wreck yesterday on our Facebook page, so Chelle saw it. They didn't show it all. I don't know what happened. It looked to me like he ran off the road, and there was a pretty deep ditch on the highway, and it looked like he went into the ditch and then came out of the ditch and flipped it as he was going, because it was a double trailer, so the last trailer was still on the ditch, in the ditch sideways, or parallel in the ditch, and then the other trailer was across the ditch, and then the semi was on the road. Didn't get into the other lane, but he didn't miss it by about maybe 10 foot or 5 foot. It was really close, so I had to stop and get gas. Uh-oh. I'm a little short, guys. Oh well, I'll figure this out. I was having a hard time trying to get my fabric straight, so I'll figure it out. I'm right there. I'm close. I did not know I was that far away. Dang it. Oh well. I'll just cut that piece off. There's nothing really there. So, on my scissors, yeah, I see how far I need to, probably, I'll do it right here, and cut off much. Okay. thought I measured it all, but I missed it. I didn't really have... Oh. Sorry, guys. Let's do it this way. That way I can cut towards it. But yeah, I had to get gas, and I had about a quarter of a tank. But that old 4Runner really eats that gas bad. It is a gas hog and a half. So I was kind of thought, well, I wanted to make sure I had enough gas to leave and get gas tomorrow if I had to leave. So I really was thinking, oh, it's going to be so close to being empty that I thought, no, you know what, it's better to be safe than sorry. So I'm glad I did. Yeah, that's pretty close. I just do it that. Like I said in yesterday's video, the trooper, I passed him on the highway, the east-west highway. So he came from that direction, but he missed it because he is the truck person. He's a hazmat trooper. So he would have been there if he would have known about it. So, but I don't know what happened with the driver. I immediately prayed for him, of course. There was no police officers, just people. So I haven't heard a single thing about what happened. My friend, he's really like my big brother, and I texted him yesterday after the shooting in Boulder and just told him I loved him and to be safe. I do that all the time. And I thought about asking him if he might have known how the driver was doing. I don't think there was any other cars involved. I really couldn't tell if there was any. I don't think there was. It looked like he just had lost control and went off. I'm sure I'll find out. We have actually had a semi-truck south of town, between here and the next town, Pleasant View, that's been there for on its side. It's a really deep drop off, and he's been there. That semi's been there for probably 2 or 3 months, and it still hasn't been moved. Hasn't moved. I don't. My friend works for the phone company, and I had asked him what was going on with it. Or no, the county guy was my friend, and I asked him, and he said it was some kind of an insurance thing, and they have not moved it yet. And I know people are getting very, very irritated about it because it's right in the way, not in the way of traffic, but it's right on the side of the highway. So they, so I don't know why they haven't moved it yet, but I imagine people are really getting sick and tired of looking at it, that's for sure. Because it is, can't miss it, it's right there. Look on its side. There's even gas locates there because, you know, of course the diesel, they have to clean up the diesel. And I can't imagine they haven't done that either. So, you know, it's probably pretty far in the ground by now. Normally they have to dig it up, you know, to fix it. And, you know, to clean all the hazmat material, the diesel or whatever the case may be. I've actually been on several locates for hazmat spills, and one was a tar spill. Mom was here that year. Oh, come on. And that one was really, it was like 2 foot deep of tar, liquid tar. That was a nightmare. I had to do fiber watches on it. And I've been on quite a few diesel spills where they've had to dig up down and dig up the contaminated material. But the tar one was something to see. It was pretty wild. I ended up, that was when we located for SentryTel, and I had my Um, that's when we were driving, 200, 300, 400 miles a day, and I had a whole bunch of locates. I'm sitting on this stupid fiber watch, and they were taking a break. I finally went down and called my boss with Century Town, told him what was going on, and asked him if I could give them the depth of the fiber. Can I go do my other locates? Because I knew it was going to be a long day. I had a bunch to do. And he said, yeah. So I ended up being, they had an excavator, and I ended up riding in the bucket of the excavator. They had wrapped my locator in plastic. So they had to stay on the road because they can't bring that tar to any of the uncontaminated. So I ended up riding in the excavator giving depth readings over the tar pit. So that was quite the experience. Something I'll never forget. Some neat things have happened with my locating. It's been a very good career. I do love it. But I did a locate, I think I told you, at our floor manufacturer here, and we were talking about when he first started out and stuff, and how he got his wounds he had, and they were pretty gruesome. But we have another fiber company that's actually bearing fiber out of Utah into Colorado. And I had thought, I ought to call them and just see about maybe doing their locates, because it's just here. It's not anywhere, just here. And I thought, well, if I did that, then I would be closer to home. I wouldn't have to drive very much. And he told me, he says, he said, Clint, you have to listen to your body. If your body is telling you it's time, it's time. You can't, because he's got asthma and some other stuff. And he said he was so stressed and wore down that he had to, and he ended up selling the business. He still does stuff, and if he feels up to it, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And he said, you have to listen to your body. Your body is going to tell you what you can do. You can't listen to what your mind's telling you about it. So, and he was right. So I thought, no, the best thing for me is to just kind of get on disability and move on with it, and get away from that aspect of the business, because it's time. It really is time. I know it's time. I do. But it's hard. I've had so many people that depend on me that's been the hardest thing for me, is to do it, to leave. And it's also the same way with the ink blenders. I'm not going to give up doing ink blenders by any means. I love doing it, but I love that it helps people craft. So to me, that's the way I serve. And it's that way with locating. I have everyone that depends on me, and I got to thinking how many lives I've saved just doing my job and actually caring about what I do and not doing it just for money. And I thought, well, it's the same way with the ink blenders. I know they help people so much, and to me that's the most important thing, is helping someone else. So I'm really anxious to get the ink blenders started again, but I just don't want to do it inside. It's such a mess, and the route, it's different using lathing tools, turning tools. It makes a mess, but it's a controlled mess. With using a router, it shoots everywhere, because it's, the router's moving, the lathe is moving, and it just goes everywhere. So it is just such a mess that I just think, no, yeah, I'm definitely gonna just wait until probably Saturday. Friday is supposed to snow, but I don't know how much. And I don't want to get my lathe wet and leave it out, but from Saturday on, it's supposed to be beautiful for at least 10 days. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I got a few things I really need to do here. Try to get some laundry washed. I have crap I need to finish, so C-T-I-N-F? No, C-I-N-T-F. Crap I need to finish. So I gotta get some stuff done. I also have another journal. Most of you guys won't remember it because I haven't done it for a long time. No, Artie. I think Artie wants to say hi real quick. I think I might let him do that real quick. Let me move my... Artie? Art, did you want to say hi real quick, babe? Did you want to say hi, honey? Come here, Art. Sorry, guys. Artie wants to come up and say hi. Come here, Art. Artie? Come here. You're not going to come up, Bubba? He might come up the back way. He's been, you guys know he got out that one time. And he kind of changed. I was rocking. He would actually want me to rock him. And he would lay his head on my shoulder and fall asleep. And he'd rock and he'd knead. And he hadn't done that since he got out. That kind of changed. And then the last few days, he actually, probably last week, he started doing that again. He comes up and I'll rock him. And he puts his head down on my shoulders. He has started, it's sweet. We've had other cats do it before, but he has started cleaning me up, so he cleans my hair up. So I'm taking that as a good thing, not that I need to take a shower or anything like that. It's so adorable. He's Daddy's Bubba, and it's really been bothering him, me having to work too, so he's like partner. That they kind of makes him kind of sad, so. And little buddy, he is same way. He's not happy, but Artie's written really bad. I went out, I think it was yesterday, I went out to do something, and Chelle was inside, and she said he just started bawling, looking for me. And all I was doing, I think I was going out to feed or something, I don't know, do a chore or something like that. I can't remember truthfully. It wasn't like anything, and he sees me get my coats on, and he kind of, I walked down and checked mail yesterday, a note package. I didn't drive. I thought, well, while Chelle was doing her video, I went ahead and walked down and mailed the package. So. For those of you who don't know what I do, I know we have new people. Chelle does it too, but it's mainly my job. I've been doing it about 30 years now. We locate underground utilities, pretty much fiber. We do private locates for a home, like homeowners, like on a power line or a water line. That's what yesterday's was. He had a frost-free hydrant that was leaking, and he had to dig it up. It had a power line by it, and yeah, that's what we do. I do walk a lot. I don't know how much I walked yesterday. I know I'm not really feeling that great today. Like I said, I'm having leg cramps, so usually that happens when I have a hard day or something. A lot of walking, I'll get leg cramps. So. Okay, guys, it's not super duper. I got something to push the corners in. I also have a few other things. I have a bowl cozy. I made Chelle a few of them, but I don't quite remember how to do it. I have them cut, and I'll probably do a video on those too. So I think I made 4, cut out 4, but I actually only sold the 2, so. Try to do that. I wonder if I should. No, it'll be alright. I'm trying to do stuff here right. Turn these inside out. Just see if I can take a little bit. This sew my seams there. I think just do it a little bit too. Curl it. But yeah, I've got a few things like that I need to get done. And also I have a mosaic. That's the one I was talking about. I call it the mosaic water cover. And I hadn't done much on it, as you can see in my cabinet. But I got the front of it sewn. And I need to do the back of it, the inside of it. So I need to get a fabric for that. And should add her to this. So I'll do a video on it, and then like I said, I have that one that I want to do for, she wanted me to do a basket. So that's what I'm going to do, is do a basket. So I think that looks pretty good. So Chelle was saying that she only sewed around the edges of it, and I think I'm going to go ahead and sew the do a few diagonal cuts or lines, seams on it. So, but yeah, so I want to get that cover done. It needs the inside and a tie, and it will be done. So is this the side I need to turn over? Yep. So I want to get it done, and got a couple more things I really need to get done. I'm not 100% sure. Try to get as much done as I can. With the weather being so snowy and stuff, I like to do stuff in the house, get stuff done. Really, like I said, I need to make wash laundry with that. Do a few other things here and there. Not a lot, just a little bit here and there. Poor thing, she is snoring. She's so tired. Those muscle relaxers are just knock her out. They don't bug me at all, but man, they knock her out. It's so bad for her when she's hurting. Hopefully we're going to get her to get in to see some people and get her neck looked at and find out what's causing this. Does have a lot of neck pain, and it turns into headaches and migraines, and it's just not a good thing for poor Chelle. So I don't necessarily have to cut these off. I'm just trying to make it as, as flat as I can. I don't want it to have big, huge edges. I just love this fabric that Sue gave me. Definitely made to a T. So let me cut this part off. No, you can't come over here, Bubba. Sorry, Bubby. Not right now, baby. Hopefully nothing else comes in this week for work. I just have get a couple things done and then get home. I really hate not being home when Chelle has her. It's hurting so bad. To me, I think that's my place, but I also know I have to work, and it's just hard because I really don't want her to be, be able to take care of her, of course, I don't. That one's off, but you know what, it is what it is. I'm not gonna sleep over it. I'll probably just come in, do it that way. That was the one I just didn't quite have enough fabric to do it. And of course, oh, my rooster's crowing. Okay. Good enough. Some nice thing about this old Singer, it is pretty strong for the most part. Stand up to this pretty good material. I do have a denim needle in it. Being trying to go right on the edge, of course. This is the open side, so I'm gonna go ahead and go all the way around it. Yeah, we don't have much. It looks like just an inch or so. It's still pretty. Well, it was 41 last night when it was really starting to come down. I think it was Kateri asked, how can it be snowing at 41 degrees? But that's the temp, the ground temp for the most part. You know, once you get it to a higher in the air, it's gonna be colder. So that's how we get the snow. That's such a, and usually it's a spring storm that does that. Usually it's not the winter storms don't usually do that, but the spring storms, sorry guys, do. Big huge flakes. Winter storms are usually more, or spring storms usually wetter. At least here, I'm sure that's everywhere. Just because your temperature is a little bit warmer. The colder it is, the usually the finer your snow gets, the less moisture is in it. So the light fluffy snow is usually when it's cooler. I love our weather here. This isn't a good place for people who want to work, per se. There's not a lot in this part of Colorado to do. And the internet here is pretty bad for the most part. So, I mean, we have pretty good internet, but a lot of the areas don't even have. I mean, they're it's almost like a dial-up. It's so slow. So, not a lot of work-at-home people here that actually can work at home because of that. So, usually it's this has always been a boom and bust place. A lot of towns are like that. You have sessions of boom, and then things will bust. Uranium mining or coal mining, whatever. Oil. Have a lot of drill wells here. Not a lot, but they're CO2 wells, and they usually. Like now, the bottom kind of fell out of that. It's been out of it for a while, so you don't have a lot of those kind of jobs here right now. So it's just not the best place to be able to find work. I think a lot of people move here thinking, oh, I'll be able to telecommute and stuff, but it really just doesn't work out that way. We've been blessed being locators. It's just a job that you have to have. It's not, I mean, it is an absolute 100% necessity. And it will be that way as long as there's stuff buried in the ground. So we've been blessed that way, you know. Through the hard times, the Great Recession, and, you know, we've had, you know, times are lean, but you still have, there's always some work when you're locating. So, sounds like, nope, I thought little Gracie was in trouble, but she's actually sleeping. She's a little turd, but, and then when she knows she does wrong, she rolls over and wants to rub her belly. It's so irritating. I told her she was got into something this morning, and she was talking in the kitchen. I said, I ain't rubbing your belly. Give me a break. I'm not rewarding you for doing something bad, you little turd. It's so adorable. It's such a pain in the butt. She is such a manipulative little girl. She knows, and she's doing wrong, and she knows how to get out of it for the most part. It's quite humorous. She's a pain, but I love her, and she is just a doll, but man, I tell you, she knows what she's doing. You're thinking, did I do, no, okay, I did fold them up, I forgot. Yeah, so she's quite the little charmer. She's like, yeah. But she does. She rolls over and wants you to rub her belly, and she's just so cute. Look at me, how cute I am. Didn't you forget what I just did? Yeah, no, I didn't forget what you just did, you little turd butt. I think this is looking pretty good, guys. I may not even sew the thought about going across it, you know, diagonal or something like that, but I don't think I will at this point. You know, I won't use Chelle's new machine. I do have her old one that I had bought her years ago, and it's a pink and gray one. It's in the back of the 4Runner. It's been back there for like a month. And I just, when I'm gone and she's not with me, I want to get home. So I'm apt not to do my errands, except maybe like going grocery shopping. I still got to pick up my pocket watch that's been at the jeweler for 3 years to get fixed. It never got fixed, and I need to go buy. It's in Cortez, but I'm so ready to get home, and I just, you know, and I just not forget about, and yeah. So I need to get that pocket watch done. There's a place, it's a 1936, I think it was 36 pocket watch. It was an aviator pocket watch, a German aviation pocket watch. Like I told you guys, my dad was in the Air Force, and I grew up around planes and hot rods. Mom and Dad both loved hot rods, and Mom still does. I went ahead and back stiffed on that one, just because since this is not a thing, it's not going to, sorry, I was looking at my time. You know, guys, I don't know how much time I have, so I think I'll sew this one away from camera. That way you guys aren't just sitting here listening to me ramble and things like that. I know that's kind of nice to have that, you know. So I did screw up on this one a little bit, but like I said, this is going to be washed. It's going to get flour on it, and I just wasn't worried about it, truthfully. Oh, she's wincing. She just woke up. Well, guys, I think we're going to let you go. Please give the video oh, dang it. It keeps wanting to, I had it all the way down here and it slid up. Ow. And please give the video a thumbs up, and please hit the subscribe button, and there's a bell next to it for notifications. I know, personally, I don't like that. I don't like notifications. I'm not and everything I have on my tablet, I hate notifications. The only thing I get that is on email. So but we're going to let you go. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for visiting, and we'll let you go. Bye, guys. Tutzines.